Man City absolutely demolished Liverpool 3-0 to go second in the league. And big week for Nigeria in their bid to qualify for the World Cup. Welcome back to another episode of Ball IQ Podcast. Tolu, Real Madrid and Nigeria fan,
Nelson, Chelsea fan, Super Eagles fan, as always,
as always.
since birth, actually.
Yep, since birth, it's in us, not on us.
hmm
Um, Good week for Chelsea at least. Just
Yeah, handled
quick small talk.
business. Yeah, handled business early. I mean, the first half was kind of, it was a home game. We were getting
Yeah,
booed at home just because it
that's
was,
crazy.
yeah, it was a little bit nuts, but it was raining and people were impatient. We should have
Yeah.
been battering Wolves.
Hmm.
I think I messaged you.
Yeah,
Um,
your frustrations.
just
So if you're in the field, you would be booing too, or
I
in the
would
stadium.
be I would be frustrated not with us. I wouldn't be booing my team for the style of play. I'd be upset with the low block
Yeah,
again. Um, but yeah, the second half was a completely different game for us. Really bright. Everything changed when
Steve-O,
Steve-O Esteval came on, and the boos stopped. Everybody stopped booing. I think he scored. Provided an assist less than 70 seconds after coming onto the pitch,
Yeah,
which speaks to his quality.
yeah.
And yeah, it was great to see João Pedro score again. Um,
Garnacho.
Garnacho,
Garnacho
uh,
had a.
you know,
Is this his coming to what's the phrase? Coming to age, coming of age,
coming of age.
party, whatever it's
I
called.
think coming out party as well. Yeah, I think really. I
Coming
mean,
out party there.
he's. I didn't realize, but Garnacho is 21 years of age. That's he's got
It's a baby.
the entire football career ahead of him. And as Michael Jordan said, the roof is the ceiling, or the floor is the ceiling. I think that one time. But he's, anything can happen, and I
Hmm.
think he kind of took it personal, getting subbed off. Obviously, that type of mentality they always say has the ego of Ronaldo, but getting subbed off early on in games. 60th minute, that type of thing. You could tell he was upset,
Yeah,
barely shakes people's hands. But instead of being like a standoffish and whatnot about it, at least word on the street is that he, doubled up on training sessions. Really,
that's the Ronaldo
you
thing
know,
kicking in, huh?
yeah, really imposed himself in practice, and he's been getting the start on the weekends for
Yeah.
the Prem, but that was the first time I saw Garnacho and Neto running just horses, just
And they both assisted each other, which
yeah,
is funny.
horses in the back, just going, and they looked up.
Yeah.
Both of them looked up. Neto looked up, placed it. It wasn't, oh, I'm panicking. It was right, like just one fluid motion
Yeah.
of just badass speed, which was
Yeah.
really cool to see. I know it's Wolves, so I'm staying humble, but again, we need to see. I think we need more and more time against that low block,
Yeah.
watching us beat it if we're going to do anything this season, because the
Yeah.
lower mid tier teams will just do that and chill, and it's going to be frustrating without Cole.
I was going to say when you said Garnacho's response to you know getting subbed and stuff, I wonder how Nani would have taken that. But anyway, going
Ooh.
back to and speedy recovery to him. He had a good start at Arsenal, so hopefully he can
Yeah,
come
I
back
haven't
and
heard
see.
anything. Is he injured?
He has been hurt. It
Uh,
was hurt the not the City game.
mm,
Well, there was that big game that they lost. It was Liverpool. It was against
I
Liverpool.
heard it.
Yeah. The Liverpool game that they lost to Soboslai's
Mm-hmm.
free kick.
Mm-hmm.
But really quick, we can do an IQ deep dive really quick on the Man City versus
Hold on.
Liverpool game. Go ahead.
Malo Gusto scored his first goal for the
Was that his
club.
first
That
goal?
was his first goal. He scored one during the Club World Cup, and they gave it as an own goal. It was a very important goal, mind you, but they gave it as an own goal. Credit. I think it was against Palmeiras.
Okay.
I believe. I could be wrong. Look, but
You
that
could
was his
tell
first.
how happy they were for him.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
the whole
bench was
yeah.
buzzing. Everybody was, the squad was buzzing. So shout out Malo Gusto. I mean, there's been so many assists, nearly
And
bare
he's had a
moments.
rough time
He
too
has.
last season when he was asked to do what he couldn't do.
Yeah.
He has gotten better playing inverted, but when he plays outside the wing back, his quality is there to see. So
Yeah,
good shout
absolutely.
out.
It's a good game. Sorry to interrupt.
No, no, you're
Please,
fine.
we
You're
move.
fine.
We move. We move.
We move to the Man City versus Liverpool game. Like I said in the beginning of the episode, they were shellacked. Liverpool were, but Man City set up in their 4-3-3 how they've been setting up uh, pretty much throughout the season with two eights. This time it was Foden and Shirky with Bernardo Silva on the right mid and Doku.
Woo!
Doku, just save it. Doku on the left mid and back for a typical. Uh, for Liverpool, they played, their usual strong 11 right now with Robertson back and left back. Conor Bradley rewarded to start right back from his performance against Vinny and Real Madrid. Salah still playing. I don't know why he's being. I think he needs a break to kind of reset. But hey, man, I'm just let it go. Verts started again as the left attacking mid. Eketike up top. Zoboslai as the eight. McAllister and as pretty much played primarily as a six, and um, Gravenberg played the eight. So Soboslai, excuse me, played as a 10. And City have been doing this pretty much all season, where they kind of like I call it the Real Madrid, where they soak in the pressure because Liverpool, like again, compared to how they played Madrid, Conor Bradley wasn't as actually he was kind of wary of Doku, but um, City are just waiting on the turnover and they're breaking out to Doku every single time. Either breaking out to Doku or O'Reilly's overtaking and they break out to him. And when they push the line back, Doku receives the ball in space here, which we haven't seen that much of, especially as an electric winger
Mm-hmm.
like he is, where he got obviously his touches on the ball on this side, but
Right.
also inside. Bernardo Silva, no, we know he can do that here and here when he receives the ball. In fact, he never wants to go here, so he wants to come in. So they kind of like overcrowded the middle, um, like suffocated Liverpool off the ball in the middle, and that's where the battle was won. Even though they gave up possession for the most part to Liverpool, when they got the ball, they were always more threatening than Liverpool.
Yeah.
I thought that the game plan worked. It was Pep's 1,000 game, and this is a very un-Pep-like performance, but very effective
I
nonetheless.
mean, yeah. No, I mean, it was methodical, and
Yep.
that's Pep like. Um, it was apparent that he kind of out. I mean, every now and then Pep will get it really right, and
Yes.
he'll. It's just like his team, the tactics and the execution of those tactics are just a cut above.
Yeah.
And the result will reflect that. That's it's kind of what we saw here. It's a team that's, as we've said week after week, it's kind of struggling to find their footing. It's kind of there for the taking at times.
What's that bar that Peter Drury said?
You said it was actually John Champion. I
John Champion?
apologize. I apologize. But I said Peter.
Yeah.
He said Liverpool broke the transfer record twice this summer, but they may have broken the team as well.
Yeah, in the process of
Yeah.
something. Yeah, yeah.
And
That was a cold bar.
I was like,
that was a cold bar.
yeah, that would have incensed me as a pool fan because it's
Spot on.
it's spot on.
Yeah.
And integrating those two players, and you saw players that, or you saw substitutes that were coming on that didn't really wind up impacting the game. Substitutes that were expensive.
Yep. Very, very
Yeah,
expensive
very
substitutes.
expensive paperweights, and I'm sure they'll get it
Yeah.
right, but it's a heck of a way
To follow up.
to go into the international break, like the way the table looks, and with that type of taste in your mouth, where they could have finished on a good note after
Yeah.
beating Real in the Champions League. So
Speaking of,
Bella.
speaking of, Doku, when he did get the ball 1v1 against Conor Bradley,
Cooked.
guess what Haaland was doing? Haaland wasn't right beside him holding his hand.
Mm.
Mbappe,
Mm.
Haaland was creating an option
Stretching.
here.
Yep.
When the ball was here, he was back post with Van Dijk. When the ball was the opposite side, he was with Mateus Nunez. I think he gave the assist for the header.
Yeah.
He was by Konate, but
And let's talk just a moment about the difference. And I didn't mean to interrupt. But
yeah,
the difference in how Connor Bradley handled each assignment,
yes,
like very was very effective at frustrating Vinicius on the night. Um, One of the comments that Thierry Henry had made was just how there was a lack of directness
yes,
with and decisiveness in Vinicius's play that evening. Doku didn't really ever. I mean, he's unrelenting. He kind of has like a license to not to kill, but it's very difficult to get a license to kill in a Pep Guardiola team.
fair.
I mean, he'll
Jack,
suck you.
ask Jack
Yeah,
Grealish.
ask Thierry Henry. He'll suck you. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, but to be like, hey, keep at it. I want you to keep doing this
Going,
motion,
yeah,
and it finally, at this being his game where it paid off
he paid
in
off. Yeah.
spades. Yeah, Connor Bradley was quite. He was humbled. You saw that he's got a lot to learn.
Yeah.
Despite being, I mean, he's raw, a bit raw. And I was really shocked at the clinic that we saw at
We,
the wing
yeah,
play.
it was a clinic for sure. But I think that again, obviously not taking nothing from Doku, it was fantastic. But when you have when you're facing your defender 1v1, think about how many times he was doubled.
Mm.
Like when the secondary defender came was when like maybe he was past Conor Bradley, then somebody came to help.
Mm.
Compared to the previous game where Vinicius got the ball and they're just right there because
Yeah.
Mbappe was right here.
Yeah.
But when you play with a proper nine, you get that liberty to do. Like we spoke about. I think no, we didn't speak about this, but Real Madrid fans will know. Actually, this is not Real Madrid, so I'll just pause there. But Liverpool tried different things. They took out Ekitike and switched and played brought in Gakpo and switched Verts as a false nine with Zoboslai still playing the 10 role. So it was like a 4 4 like a 4 4 1 1 in some cases or 4 4 2 in other cases, but it still just
Didn't bang.
did not bang at all.
I mentioned like that Doku goal to me was like it's the inverse because obviously it's on the other side, right?
Yeah,
It was the inverse of what we've seen Mohamed Salah do.
exactly. Yeah,
Like cut in, favored foot, let
bang,
it fly,
let it
like
fly. Right?
frappa.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
He
and I'm
scores a
sure
goal.
Salah was like, that's the type of thing that you see as a older man, and you
Like
see like a young blood do that.
I used to be able to do that. I remember when I could do that.
You're like, I might need to, I might
Urang,
need to,
Saudi
yeah, I
Urang.
might need to start. I might need to download Duolingo. Oh, psych! I know the language already. So like he ain't tripping, and it's 400,000 a week.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
anyway, I don't want
won't,
to bust his ball.
I won't give up on
That, but
great players yet.
you mustn't ever like. I'm not advocating for benching Salah, even though
I think
shocking
I actually
performances.
think I mean I'm not advocating for benching him, but there's some certain games where it's like evidently needs to come on.
Yeah,
I'm one person who says like we never sub great players off because you never know what they can get. Like they
moment
can
of brilliance.
moment of brilliance, but I would be if I was a Liverpool fan, I'd be fine if they took him off and brought in Chiesa.
Yeah,
What does he have to do?
yeah, he's dying from love
Anyway,
would love minutes.
but yeah, like again with like I was saying, anything that Liverpool tried just didn't work for the most part. Like I said, McAllister was playing as a six, Gravenberg was playing as a eight, which was kind of surprising because it was inverse last season, but did not work. And even though Haaland missed his penalty, able to score. Um, Foden had a good game too. Shirky was all right. Nico Gonzalez got his goal as well. It was all around solid, clean, solid
Good
performance.
clean team win.
Very, very, very clean team win. So Yeah, that was a deep dive. Any last thoughts on that?
No, comprehensive.
Very, very.
You know, if that had been a draw, I think we would have we'd be in second potentially. I think if I recall looking at the table, is
If
City.
yes,
Yeah,
if it was a draw, City would be 20.
yeah.
Actually, they have more
GD.
goals.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair. So I'm not tripping. It was a. I enjoyed the game. It was a good test to see where both of those kind of size up both teams.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you know,
And you spoke about Chelsea. Another important result this weekend was Arsenal away at Sunderland, the
mm-hmm.
Granit Xhaka game, and
Broby,
yeah, Bromley last minute goal.
Broby.
It was a good game. Trossard scored a banger, and it was a good game. I mean, Sunderland deserved the point. They're hard to beat at home. They've proven
Yeah,
that.
I mean, it kind of, I was hoping after losing to Sunderland at our home, that it would be like more of a quality win
Yeah,
over time because they're playing very well.
yeah.
And I didn't want to lose to them, for example, and then watch them like never get a point again
Point,
for
yeah, that would be so
yeah, it's just
annoying.
embarrassing.
It's very
It's
annoying.
very embarrassing.
Yeah,
Just like, but for a newly appointed, credit to them, newly promoted side and really in the mix.
yeah.
Um,
Fourth.
yeah, properly in the mix.
Yeah, they're fourth. Yeah,
You don't see that often. Like the last 5-6 years on
yeah.
since Leicester, it's just been
The closest is
in and out.
Brentford.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, but yeah, you're right. Leicester is probably the best
yeah,
example, the ultimate
yeah.
example.
Of course, of course.
But yeah, so like you said, the I mean, we're still at this stage of the season where one win or a couple wins, you just change where you are on the table.
Yeah,
I mean, United are above Liverpool right now in the table by goal difference. Actually, I think it's goal scored because they have the same goal difference and the same points. So
that's funny.
it's hilarious. But yeah,
Yeah, United's able to. I mean, they had
another 2-2 draw
couple,
last minute
yeah,
against
back-to-back
Tottenham.
wins. They were able to
3 wins in a row, then 2 draws
yeah,
in a row.
back-to-back wins, and then 2 draws. Yeah, that's points. That's
Yeah,
progress. That's belief. Whereas Liverpool, it you know it's tough
it's tough.
when you're losing games, plural. It's tough to get out of
Yeah,
that funk.
yeah. But yeah, shaping up nice. But Arsenal's, I think, still favorites.
But
In
only 6 points ahead, right?
No, it's less than that. It's four now. I, I,
So
I mean, if no way, I don't want to. No, let's not even do that because I don't want to hear it from Arsenal. They have to do no, no,
mhm.
they have to do it, right?
To win the league,
Yeah,
it's surely. I mean, if
they
not,
have to. I'm not saying I'm not. I'm
you've
not
been you. I mean, serious things happen if they don't win the league this year.
yeah,
Um, Given the way it's shaping up as well, because you got to look at it and look at, okay, seriously, who are our
challenges.
competitors or title contenders? It's not really Chelsea. That's ahead of our schedule. We're
Yeah,
Project 2030, as they say. I think we might adjust that, but that's the benchmark. And City and I mean Liverpool is miles off
miles off it.
where
I
they
think
were.
City is the closest. Right? I mean,
Yeah,
technically on the
yeah.
table.
City plays well, but they're also they just lost KDB, and they're transition. It's a team in transition as well, with more reinforcements and a better framework since Pep has been there for so long, whereas Arna's kind of like he's having the season he probably should have had last year this year,
Yeah,
um, which is
that's a good point.
it is what it is.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Um, really quick in Spain, Madrid. Always tough to go away to Rayo Vallecano. So the result didn't surprise me. It was 0-0. What upset me was again the same thing that we pointed out last week about Mbappe's positioning. He did it again. I'm going to show you his heat map again, I, just to show you how like annoying this thing is becoming. And I think that um, even worse is his body language in that game. Like they're trying to find him a couple times, maybe a couple bad passes, but he just looked almost dejected. I don't know what's going on with him. I really don't. But again, just showing, and I'll
Hmm.
put it on the screen. This is
Yeah.
our number 9.
Oh, that's terrible, man. I will say that. Like, that's terrible. Like
It-
it's terrible because I only say it's terrible because I know not only are you as a fan objectively can
yeah.
see how it's affecting the play,
Yep.
and you um it's costing you but not only
Points.
that, you just know from an egotistical standpoint, Xabi Alonso's addressing this. You know, he's talking to him about him. I'm sure he's saying, "Could you maybe play a little bit more?" And it just doesn't seem to be resonating. I remember seeing a clip when Luis Enrique was
Yeah, I was
still,
talking to him. Yeah.
and it kind of just wasn't. He wasn't deep. He was like this,
Yep.
just listening, and or he was either like that. Mentally, he was there.
yeah.
That's what he was doing. He might have been locked in, like
Yeah.
but it just in that type of mentality is tough
It's,
to it's tough to watch.
it's annoying to
It's
watch. Look
frustrating.
at Jude. Look at
I
Jude's.
mean, that's what you want.
Bro, this right here in the middle is what you want from a number 9. So he had more red heat maps in the box than our actual number
Yeah,
9.
it's like a Frank Lampard.
Vinny doing his job
Yeah,
on the wing, and
yeah.
Vinny again, like one thing about Vinny, good game, bad game, he's going to
Consistent.
keep going at you, but
Yeah,
there's just nobody in there.
yeah,
But anyway, I don't want
yeah,
to dive too deep there,
yeah.
but
I just don't know how you get through to one of the best players in the world.
yeah,
You know,
it's definitely difficult. Tell me about it.
Zinedine Zidane. You need somebody to
I
walk
that's
in.
what I told you. That's
Yeah.
what I wanted.
You need somebody who can like be like, "Hey, boy, let me put a bug in your ear real
Yeah,
quick.
I'm Zidane, by
Let
the
me
way.
rap to
FYI,
you." Yeah,
I don't know if you've
yeah,
heard about me,
yeah.
but let me tell you one or two things about this game.
Because
But yeah,
he's got like I don't know, it's like a got a little bit of John Morant in him or something. You know what I mean?
Ja
He's got a little bit of I don't really
That's a funny comparison.
it's a little crazy, but you know what I mean. Like
Yeah,
he's got a little bit of ungovernability to him. It's
ungovernability.
just, and I mean that's what prima donna like superstar footballers are. That's par for the course.
It's part of the package, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Real Madrid's lead has been cut down to just 3 points over Barcelona. Barcelona won. They beat Celta away
Mm.
4-2. Just didn't enough. Celta caused them problems last season as well, where Iglesias got a hat trick, I remember. And even him, one of the slowest strikers around, was beating their offside trap
Mm.
a lot. But he scored again, but Lewandowski scored a hat trick. Yet Lamine Yamal scored.
Jeez.
Rashford 2 assists. So it was like a typical Barca game where it's fun, high scoring and
Do they
stuff like
concede how many phone
that. Two,
goals?
4-2.
4-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's Spain. In Italy, AC dropped points away. Pulisic is back, which is good for them, but they dropped points. Um, Napoli lost, and Inter beat Lazio 2-0. So again, like I feel like I say this every week in Serie A, just watch the table every 5 minutes if you can. Something
Yeah.
different is happening. Now, Inter is leading 20 with 24 points. They're leading Roma by goal difference, and Milan is third, 22, and Napoli is fourth, 22. Bologna is fifth, 21. Juventus is sixth, 19. So
Mm.
between sixth and first is 5 points right now. So and expect that to go throughout the season. In fact, between 10th and first is 9 points, and
Mm.
you expect to go that to continue throughout the
Yeah.
season. But
This is like the turn of the season,
yeah,
where we have enough games under our belt to kind of, you know,
that's a things have to shape up
yeah,
around this time. Yeah,
yeah. I'm like I have the most cautious approach to the month of December as a Chelsea fan. That's typically where the rubber or our tires fall off. Um, yeah, I remember last year it was we played Fulham away, and
pull him away. I remember Neto, Pedro Neto,
um, Neto might have scored. No,
anti
no,
George.
Cole Palmer scored. we played Fulham away and we lost. I was in Nigeria at the time for Deti December, and
That's in December.
uh, and it dirtied my December. It really did. Because I was at, shout out to Milala and Mushakwe. I was at their place and we were watching that game. And Cole scored the most messy, it was a messy ass goal. And I thought we had it in the bag and they won. Fulham wound up scoring once and Muniz,
Indonesia.
yeah, he scored at the end of the game, I think.
It's not away. It's in Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's Stamford Bridge because
I apologize.
the away fixture was Pedro Neto scored the winner,
Yeah.
and Tyreek George scored. Yeah,
and that was a scandalous.
When you said Muniz, I immediately remember
that,
his
yeah.
celebration.
Mm-hmm.
He came
It
on.
was painful. Yeah,
He came on to score. Yep.
But December is typically where things don't go the way they're supposed to, and then like we might be in a bad patch of form, and then those games come hot and heavy. Like
Yeah.
Monday or
Thursday,
Sunday, Wednesday, and you're just like like
I was fully recovered from the last one.
Let them but yeah. So we'll see. It's gonna be interesting. Always is.
Always is.
But I'm humble.
Yeah. Goal of the week. There are some decent goals this week. Trossard scored a banger against Sunderland. Luis Diaz scored a goal that I don't even understand how he did that. Of course, we mentioned Doku's goal. Then I don't know if you saw Nathan Niles. By the way, he still plays. By the way, he plays for Lyon.
Those guys, those Arsenal players, former Arsenal players, always find that they plow a trade somewhere.
Yeah,
they fall on their feet.
They do. They do. To be fair, he made a lovely run to beat the offside trap and waited for the ball to bounce and lob the keeper. Nice finish versus PSG. Those are the four goals that really stood out. I was at first leaning Doku, then I saw Luis Diaz's goal. It's such a Luis Diaz goal where it's a lot of effort and skill.
Yeah.
He's that kind of player where it's like tenacity with guile.
Yeah.
Ball running up running out of bounds, slides to keep it in. As he slides to keep it in on the ground, touches it by the defender. Literally from remember Kanu's goal against Chelsea, the one to seal the hat trick, the famous goal where he like rounded the keeper from a tight angle.
You're talking classic?
Yeah, yes. The classic. Yeah, it was sort of like that, but the keeper was in the post. He just rifled it past him. So I was leaning towards that. Are you pulling it up?
I'm looking at Maitland now.
Nathan now. Lovely pass in. Then you had to slow down because the ball wasn't as fast.
Oh, that's difficult.
Yeah, very on the turn. And one time.
Okay, and he chipped him.
Chipped him nice.
That's cold.
That's a good goal.
Yeah, it's cold.
And I don't know if you saw Luis Diaz's as well. They were away. I think it's Union Berlin. I want to say, but I may be wrong on that.
I got it.
But that's also, Union Berlin away.
Oh gosh, from the touchline.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And don't forget Doku's Wondergood and Trossard as well. So I mean, I say between Doku and Luis Diaz.
Yeah, it's Luis Diaz.
Luis Diaz. Yeah. Luis Diaz. Congratulations.
I don't even like it to give that because I do think that it's really, I don't want to say easy, but to score in that league, the Bundesliga, you get screamers like that quite frequently. Mm-hmm. But that was nuts.
That was nuts. That was nuts.
If I was in the stadium at that moment in time, I would be, I'd lose my voice. Beer would be everywhere. So.
Yeah. So congrats. There you have it, Luis Diaz. Congrats. IQ finish of the week.
Was that his first, or is that more than one?
That he scored for?
No, IQ finish.
Oh.
I feel like we've given it to him before.
We haven't.
Okay, he's been in the finals.
Yeah, he's been in the finals. Yeah. I thought you, I was like, it's his first goal for, but he's been banging in goals.
No.
Left and right. But IQ player of the week. I know. Shout out to Garnacho. He played a fantastic game for. I think that's definitely Not even I think definitely his best game for
This is,
Chelsea.
yeah, this is arrival. He announced himself. He's endearing himself to the fans. He needs maybe two more performances like that,
Yeah,
and then he's one of us.
yeah, for sure.
We're not a fickle lot. And I just want to point out that he now has, I think, 3 goal contributions, which matches the total amount of goal contributions for Mason Mount. I think in the Prem. I think since
Mason.
2023.
Oh
Yeah, yeah,
wow.
I believe that's what I read.
Why would you bring that
I
stat
just
up?
because it was around the same amount of money, and
You're home.
it's a star boy for
You're
star
home.
boy. Mm-hmm.
You're home.
Mm-hmm. Home base. Home.
Anyway,
Yeah, but yeah, Garnacho's
Garnacho, shout out to him, but Doku has
Aslan.
to have player of the week. He was
Given
horror.
yeah,
He was a horror to deal with for Liverpool.
yeah,
Um,
given the magnitude of the game and the
yeah.
fixture, and it was rain. I mean, we mustn't forget it's been raining.
Who said
So
that again?
it was Ty
Ty, there we go.
who got kicked out of the Sunderland Stadium. I think got roughed up. I saw some
Oh,
clips.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't even see him
He's
anyway.
chatting. But anyway,
Yeah, but
yeah,
Doku, yeah.
to do it in, yeah, I think, it was a wonderful performance.
Fantastic performance.
That's,
Fantastic.
the stadium doesn't have that much of an atmosphere. Yeah, I don't know if you really listen and you clock it. It's a lot of like crowd noise. There's a lot of
Oh,
turning up the
really?
speaker. Yeah, it's a lot of that in my opinion. At the Etihad,
Etihad?
yeah, they just don't really. I mean, I'm sure that game was full, like it was
The
sold
stadium was
out,
filled? Yeah.
but
The energy.
they're not like they're not loud. They're not
It's
Liverpool,
funny you said that. I
United.
mean, they call it the empty heart and they have all
Yeah,
these
of course,
nicknames
of
for it.
course.
But I remember, I don't know whether it was the last time we went there, Real Madrid went there, or the time before that, when one of the Real Madrid fans was actually saying it to Man City, like,
Mm,
channel, like, you guys don't, the fans don't deserve the team.
mm.
Like, what makes Real Madrid great is,
The
like, the
fan
fans, the
support.
atmosphere, like, that they don't, like, why are we louder than you in terms
Mm-hmm.
like that? You guys have a great team and you don't,
Yeah,
you don't, the fans don't deserve that kind of team. That they
yeah.
should be backing the team more. So, I mean, again, you guys let us know what you think. By the way, please, if you haven't liked, comment, subscribe.
Like,
Just
hit the
come on, man.
bell, hit the
What are you
heart,
doing? Just
hit
come
the
on.
thumbs up.
I'm playing. Please, just
I'm not playing.
subscribe. No, I was being
Good cop, bad cop.
not pedantic. I was pontificating. I wanted to,
Ah,
you know,
big word.
I wanted to, calm down small. But yeah, um, upcoming fixtures. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear about any other two games, but Nigeria Gabon
Mm.
this Thursday. So a day after this drops,
Is
and
everybody healthy? And what about Pierre America Aubameyang?
I don't know whether I think he's healthy.
Okay.
Because I think he played for Marseille last I checked,
Yeah.
and
Massive fixture coming up.
Ola, is still not fully back, but we have a good
Yeah.
right
Okay.
back. I can't remember. I feel like I did see some. Oh, Ademola Lookman had the issue with his coach. I don't know if he played over the weekend, but
Mm.
so I don't know whether he's coming in the right form. And we won 4-0 without him. So
Yeah.
interesting to see what happens
What
there.
happens? Yeah.
But if
This is one of my biggest concerns, knowing that it's going to be a gauntlet to
yeah,
get to the World Cup. There's like 6 games, right? Like at least just like 6 games you have to win, maybe 5.
is it?
And so you have to
Well,
get through like the Africa part of
yeah.
it.
So we're playing. I think the Africa part is just 2 games.
Okay,
We're
maybe
playing.
maybe 4.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
it's
4.
4.
But it's 4 over the course of like a couple of months.
Yeah,
And in a lot
that's
of different
difficult.
locales.
Yeah,
Like
we're playing Gabon and Morocco. Um, and if we,
just spinning the
God willing,
globe.
we
Yeah.
beat them, then we play the winner between Cameroon and DR Congo on Sunday. I don't know where that game
Okay.
is.
Yeah. So I'm sure they're gonna spin the globe.
And to add a little salt to
Mm.
it, there were reports that the team refused to train today
Yeah, I was
as a
gonna.
protest for payments. And
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that as well. I think it's moments like this that there's not a day that goes by, not only on these international breaks, but in international tournaments, where I look at teams like England, teams like okay, no, let's just keep it on the English. I look at teams like England that have players like Tammy Abraham, Fikayo Tomori, Eberechi Eze, and Bukayo Saka, who are Nigerian boys. They're British as well. I'm not going to say they weren't born
Yeah,
in their, upon the River Thames and all that stuff, and
I don't even know what that
they
means.
say in it, the Thames, the river. Anyway,
I
I'm
don't.
not gonna say that they're not that. They're British. They have that passport. They are that. But it really frustrates me to all end to not be able to have that talent on our team until I see actions like this with you know, our federation, our football federation, not paying the guys in a critical position. The last thing you want this team to be thinking about is where's the money? How am I going to get to the game? Uh, are they going to take care of us? You want them to be razor focused, passionate, proud about their country, and ready to perform on
Yeah,
the massive stage. And instead, we've got boycotts going on two days before the biggest game. It's just sad.
yeah.
And it also, like I said, it just resonates. It kind of like makes me
Makes the point.
understand
Yeah,
why we can't land a massive talent. If I was a dad and my kid was popping off, um,
you have to
you know,
consider things like
you really
this.
have to consider it.
Yeah,
Who has the facilities, the backing, the the history, the track record, and whatnot of being able to give my give me as a player or me my son as a player the chance to really showcase his talents.
mm.
Um, it's a tricky one, and I think what we're gonna see, yeah, it's a tricky one. That's all I'll
Yeah. Well, hopefully they train the secret and they win. And make the World Cup.
say.
Which
Mm-hmm.
is unfair. I mean, because like they are going through this and they need to be compensated appropriately. But then again, like us the fans are the ones who suffer at the end
Yeah,
of the day. But so hopefully it all works out. They get their money and they perform and they win both games and represent Africa and win both games after that and make it to the World Cup in the U.S. So
we as Nigerian fans, we really does.
let's just that. Just stay right there.
Sorry.
Let's be fine. Let's just end the episode
Yeah.
right there. Let's no bad vibes. Any last thoughts before we end the episode?
Um.
Go Nigeria. Go to Super
Yeah, go
Eagles.
Super Eagles. Shout out Enzo Fernandez. Played very well. It's
He's
like
been playing
he
well.
has a
Yeah.
vintage. He started out the season not playing that great. Vintage like number 8, like a deep lying mid playmaker. Played some silly balls in this past game.
Yeah.
Like no lookers.
Mm-hmm.
And just the way the pass was nuts. So yeah, and then also what I love to see is he's got that knee issue, but he decided not to play for Argentina over this international break because he's focused on the club. Love to see that. Come on, right?
My own is just Mbappe. Please, you started the season very well. Remember that you're in 9. I know it's frustrating, like going stretches of the game without touching the ball, but just please let Vinny cook, and he'll pass the ball to you and you score, and everybody will win. That's the episode. Please like, comment, subscribe.
Rodrigo, come to Chelsea.
Please like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
That was foul.
Say Rodrigo go to Chelsea. I don't even blame him, sir. I don't blame him at this point.